Ken asks, inheritance. A great prof told me, quote, if you hate your kids, leave them money, end quote. Your thoughts, Ken wrote. Well, I guess my dad hated me because he left me money, and I'm aiming to hate my kids as well and to leave them money. In fact, now that my daughter's come of age, she's already gotten what she's going to get from me. You know, our dad gave us the money we would get from him when we turned 18. He said, here you go. I started investing for you when you were born. It's been 18 years. He was a good investor. It was 18 good years. He said, this is all you're ever getting from me. Anything that I have left when I leave this earth, it will go to probably my grandkids, your children, so don't screw up. But that money, and I've written about this before and talked about it in the past, that money was the seed capital for the Motley Fool in retrospect. I didn't know it at the time when I was 18. I didn't know we were going to be starting a company or that something like online services would exist in my mid-20s, but I'm extremely grateful for that. And certainly I'm going to try to hate my kids too by leaving them some capital that they can maybe accelerate their own work in this world. Certainly not everybody's going to react to money properly, and it can be poorly given or sometimes poorly received. There's no right answer or one size fits all to answer this question. I really appreciate the question, Ken, though, and certainly, we've heard about how some of the richest people of our time, Warren Buffett, is not leaving all his money to his kids or anything like that. And if you have that much money, it makes a ton of sense to start foundations or invest as Buffett did with Gates, and just give his money over to somebody else or somebody else's organization that he admires. That can make sense. But for a lot of us who don't have that much money, I think it's a great thing to be able to set your kids up with accounts. We did not go the 529 education plan route. If kids want to use it for education, they can, but that really locks your money into just being used for education. So in my case, maybe I'm still desperately hoping one of my kids will actually get a scholarship. But, so I think that the freedom of just having an account that people can spend from there is great. And of course, teaching them about the stock market and making them not psyched out by money and not greedy for money, but just thinking about money in the best, most proper way is part of that education.
As always, people on this program may have interest in the stocks they talk about, and the Motley Fool may have formal recommendations for or against. So don't buy or sell stocks based solely on what you hear. Learn more about rule breaker investing at rbi.fool.com.